So in this video, we're interviewing Jeff Guo from Hong Kong, who's going to talk about how can you make money in the global markets. Check this video out. So hi everyone, we're with Jeff. He's from eToro in Hong Kong.
Yes.
Now we're gonna talk about how can you use eToro as a way for you to not just invest in the Philippines, but make money buying Starbucks, buying Disney, buying Facebook, buying Uber. How can it be done from the Philippines?
Right.
So how do we start? How do we go? Kasi the context is, for the longest time, a lot of people are asking me, Marvin, I want to invest and buy stocks abroad. But since the only stock exchange that we have here is the Philippine Stock Exchange, and the only stocks that are listed there are companies that are
Local.
are local companies, there's no chance for them to buy other stocks. So
Right,
how does it go? How can I buy stocks in Nasdaq? How can I buy stocks in the NYSE? How does it go?
So it's very easy and very simple. So basically, you create an account with eToro,
Okay.
you verify it, and then you fund it.
Mm.
And then we have a page there where you can select your stocks. You can pick from exchanges like, as you mentioned, Nasdaq, NYSE. We also have one from the Hong Kong Stock Exchange,
Okay.
London Stock Exchange,
Oh.
Spanish Stock Exchange. So we have over 2,000 plus stocks now in eToro. So you just pick
2,000
from
plus.
there,
Whoa.
yeah,
Okay.
all over the world. So you just pick what you like, and then you can invest there straight away. And not just stocks, actually, but even cryptocurrencies, ETFs, forex, commodities like oil and gold, and also our copy trading.
So what exactly is eToro for those who don't know what eToro is?
So eToro is a multi-asset online social trading network. So basically, let's break it down, right? Multi-asset, as I mentioned, we offer stocks, cryptocurrencies, forex, commodities, ETFs, and indices, right? Social trading network, that's a pretty new term for trading, right? Wherein it's kind of like the Facebook of trading, where you have each trader has a profile, and then it has a news feed. You can post, you can comment, you can ask someone any questions. Hey, what do you think about Facebook stock today? Right? Or what do you think will happen to Tesla tomorrow? Something like that. So that's something that you can really do because we really want to emphasize the social part of it, just because we want to make it accessible to everybody. So it doesn't have to be just confined to you and your fund manager. You can do it yourselves by asking a lot of people from all over the world.
So for those who want to get a parallelism to this, it's just like you opening a local Philippine broker.
Right.
But instead of opening a local online broker, you're opening a broker that gives you access to London, US, Hong Kong exchanges as well. So it gives you access to open and trade global markets. So now, I'm new. I don't know anything about the markets,
Okay.
but I'm willing to open an account. What's the first step that you suggest for people who want to invest in global markets?
Okay, so
I have my account already, but I don't know what to do yet.
Okay, so first step, you want to verify your account. Of course, it's very important. You just need one proof of ID and one proof of address. Second step is to fund your account if you're ready to go. If not, we have a virtual account. Third step, if you don't know anything about stocks or trading in general, then you have two ways, right? First of all, you learn how to do it on your virtual account or on your own. The second way is just to copy someone else. So for example, let's say I'm a beginner. I don't know anything about trading, but I want to get started. I want to be exposed to the financial markets and start at least earning a little bit of more money. So instead of me trading on my own, possibly losing my money because I don't know how to trade, right? I can just look for somebody on the eToro network and copy him. So let's say I copy Marvin.
Okay.
Whatever Marvin does, or whatever you do, whatever you trade, let's say you buy Facebook, you buy Apple, you buy Google, I buy it all at the same time.
Okay.
When
So social trading basically is someone buys a stock, I copy that person, and if that person earns 10%, 15%, 20%,
I earn the same thing.
ride the same thing. Are there any fees from this? How does it go?
Very,
how does
very
it work?
good
Yeah, because there's no such thing as a free
Free
lunch.
lunch,
Yeah,
right,
yeah. So how
right,
does
right.
it go?
So for eToro, the copy trading service is completely free. So we don't take any bite out of your donut or your
Okay.
sandwich. But of course, we are still in the business of a brokerage. So what happens is we charge spreads, same as all other brokers, right? So of course, since even if I'm copying Marvin, when he opens a trade, I open it as well. So we earn spreads from that, but that's it. So also, for example, let's say if you trade with leverage, then since Marvin is trading leverage, I'm copying him, then technically I also trade with leverage. So corresponding overnight fees apply for that. But let's say Marvin doesn't trade leverage, then I don't get, you don't get charged overnight fees, I don't get charged overnight fees. The only thing I'm paying for is the spread.
All right, so number one, if you don't know anything about it, you can copy other people and then just earn off their trades.
Right.
So now, I think I'm getting the hang of this. I'm earning from copy trading. What's my next step? Should I trade on my own or should I try a virtual account first?
So it's very interesting. You can do both.
Okay.
So let's say I'm copying Marvin.
By the way, for those who don't know what a virtual account is, what is it actually?
So your virtual account, it's basically the same as your real account. It's live as well. When the markets are open on the real account, the markets are open on the virtual account. The only difference is that you have 100,000 in virtual money in your virtual account that you can use to trade. Even if you lose money, even if you gain money, there's no risk to you. So let's say you end up blowing it up to zero, you can always send us an email to customer service and we can reset it for you.
But how does this work? For people who can't imagine this, they log into two different platforms. One platform, then there's just a different account that they pick after that.
So it's very interesting because other brokers have virtual accounts as well, but you have different logins for both. At eToro, everything, your virtual and your real account, are all in one account. So basically, when you log in, near your username, just a little bit below, there's a button there that says real or virtual. So it's very clear. If you want to go into virtual, you click that one, and then you select your virtual account. There's also a confirmation, just to be sure, just to be sure that, okay, you are going into your virtual account.
So is it possible that I'm planning to sell something or planning to buy something, then I click the actual account, but I'm supposed to do it in my virtual account? Do people have errors on that or not really?
To be honest, not really,
Okay.
because it's very, very clear. When you log into the platform, number one, you can see it right away that it's real and it's virtual. Number two, generally, let's say you open a trade. If it's a virtual account, the amount is always huge, like 10K, 20K, 30K. So obviously, you know how much you deposit. So I don't have this much money. I must be in the virtual account. So it doesn't happen too often, to be honest.
Okay, so number one is you can copy someone, earn from their trades. Number two, if you don't have the confidence yet to do it on your own, create a virtual account or use your virtual account and practice from there.
Right. So I was actually just telling you, even if you're copying someone else, you can practice and do your own trades in the virtual account. So we actually have some clients. Let's say total beginner.
Okay.
They have a little bit of capital that they want to invest, but they don't want to risk too much,
Okay.
and they just don't have time.
Okay.
So let's say I copy Marvin, and then in my spare time, when I have time at home after work, I go to my virtual, and then I do my own virtual trades. I do my technicals there. I do my test theories as well, test strategies there as well. At the same time, my real account still follows Marvin, still copies Marvin. So no risk to me at all.
Okay, so another thing. Then when you're confident, that's when you can start trading on your own. You just trade on your actual account already.
Right. So on your actual account, you can actually do copy trading and manual trading all at the same time. So I can have, let's say I have $1,000, right? I can have $500 copied with Marvin,
Okay.
and I have another $500 on my manual trades.
Okay. Is it possible that I'm copying someone, and since I'm copying someone, I can see what they're buying? Can I also do it in my actual trading
Yes,
account?
actually, yeah, you
Do
can
people do that also?
Generally, they don't.
Okay, they
because
don't.
generally, because if I look at it on your portfolio,
Okay.
you've already bought it,
Okay, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I can buy it as well, but generally the rates would have been changed, would have changed already.
That's
So
so
it
good.
might be a bit different. Generally, if I want to look at your trades, I just copy you instead.
Okay,
Something
so,
like that.
So if I'm just starting out, how much do I need to be able to open an account and make it actually work for me? Do you have a minimum that people need to subscribe to be able to start?
Right. So we don't have a subscription fee. We don't work on that model. We don't have a maintaining balance. So if you want to get started, our minimum first-time deposit is just $200. So that's roughly $10,400, $500. And this is just for the first deposit. So all redeposits after this will have a minimum of only $50. So $200 is all you need to really get started.
And just to be clear, it doesn't have to be just $200. It can be more.
Yeah.
But also, after putting that, you're not obliged to put $200 every time as well.
Yes.
So there. What else do you want to talk about? Is there anything else?
So just very quickly, funding. We get questions a lot in terms of the Philippines for funding. So you can fund your accounts using your local credit or debit card. Just make sure it's Visa or Master. And then you can also use GCash, MasterCard, PayMaya, Visa, or MasterCard, PayPal. And just recently, we have local online banking. So right now, we support BDO, BPI, Metrobank, Union Bank, Maybank, RCBC, and Robinsons Bank. So these are the things that you can use. Or if the worst comes to worst, you really want to go the traditional bank route, to also support international bank wire transfers.
Okay. So what's nice about this, to recap everything, if you want exposure to foreign markets, you don't have to go overseas already to open an account. You don't need to open a bank account overseas. You can just open an eToro account, get the app, and then process everything electronically, transfer the money digitally, and then you're done. And then you get to start investing in the markets now. So you can focus on also building your skill and also creating your wealth over the long term. So that's it for now. Do you have any last words to encourage Filipinos who want to invest and make their money grow and be exposed overseas as well? How can they do it? Any last words for them to be as rich as you guys?
So
Super rich.
just one tip. Just if you take away anything, just one tip. My main tip is just to get started, right? So we have a free virtual account. If you don't have the capital yet, or you're on the fence, you want to get to know eToro, or you want to get to know trading, the financial markets in general, eToro and a lot of brokers offer free virtual accounts. So feel free to try it, right? That's always your first step. From there, that's when you decide if this is for me, if this is something I want to pursue, if there's potential, there's opportunity here. You will never know if you don't try. So that's just one main tip. Just try it out.
And I suggest, the younger you are, the better. You need to build as much assets as you can right now so that your skills develop also over time. And as time progresses, you get to make your money work hard for you. And that's the whole point of investing. But now, you're not just investing and earning off Jollibee, SM, Ayala. You're earning off Apple, Samsung, Facebook, Tesla, Uber, and all of the major companies in the world. So now you're not just limited in the Philippines, you are earning from every big company that's listed in the exchanges. So I hope this video helped you, and I hope this is something that will push you to invest further and to let your money work hard for you. So thank you so much, Jeff.
Thank you for having me, Marvin. I really appreciate it.
Yep, thank you,
Thank you.
and God bless you, and I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.